Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make amazing brownies. Very easy brownies. These are my red velvet cheesecake brownies. They are basically red velvet brownies with a cheesecake filling inside of them. It's amazing, I don't need to say more. Very chewy, delicate, red, flavorful, amazing. So let's start with our base for the red velvet brownie. Okay, so it's going to be very easy from start to finish because we are not going to use a standing mixer like a KitchenAid, for example. So I'm going to start off by melting my butter, and then I will add the sugar and mix well. Perfect, now I'm adding the vanilla extract. I'm using powder today, and some red food coloring, and I'm using gel food paste. It's way more intense in color than a liquid food coloring, for example, so that's why I'm using gel today. Now I'm whisking in 2 eggs and I'm beating between each addition. Perfect, now adding a touch, very little teaspoon, for example, of vinegar. I'm using the distilled white vinegar. It's going to bring out the flavors of the red velvet cake, and also it is going to intensify the color of the cake. Perfect, so let's move on with the dry ingredients, and I'm using all-purpose flour with cocoa powder. It's 100% cocoa powder. I'm also going to add a touch of baking soda and a pinch of salt, and I'm going to mix that well. Adding my dry ingredients to my mixture, and I'm going to beat this in with my spatula just not to overmix my batter. So as you can see, I'm also adding a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's because I want to intensify the flavor of the cocoa without adding too much, and that our cake is going to be browned and not red. So that's why, but you can definitely leave it out and don't use it. It's definitely up to you. So my batter is wonderful. I'm just going to add a few white chocolate chips and then pour it on my prepared baking pan. I'm using a square pan that is 8" in size, so that's 20 centimeters. And I greased it and used parchment paper just to make it easier when you will lift it off the pan. Okay, we can now move on to our cheesecake batter. So I'm going to use, of course, cream cheese, and I'm going to beat it just with my spatula for about a minute just to soften it up. Great, adding the sugar and the vanilla extract. And then I will add 1 egg yolk and finally add the cream. I'm using crème fraîche, which is French, of course, but you can definitely use, for example, sour cream or double cream or heavy cream, whatever, as long as it's kind of fat, it will be better. Now that our cheesecake topping is done, I'm going to add a few blobs onto my brownie batter, and then I'm going to use a knife and make some kind of marble effect onto our brownie batter. It's going to be very beautiful. Perfect, now we can bake our brownies in our preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius. That's 350 in Fahrenheit if you are in the US. And I'm going to bake my brownies for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in the center of the cake comes out with a few moist crumbs, but not running batter. That's it. So as you can see, my brownies are looking very good, very chewy and so dense and delicious. So I do hope you give this recipe a try. You can find the list of the ingredients in the description box below this video, as well as the social media where you can find me, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. And I will see you next time for another amazing recipe. Bye!